Yo, and welcome back to the channel. For today's video, we're going to be just doing something slightly different. So, I reached Iridescent in Call of Duty Black Ops 6. That is the highest rank in competitive rank play. Today, I'm going to be talking on my Marvel Rivals channel, and I'm going to be going through a process that I would like to take. And I think that basically, I'm gonna go through a process of a new game where I'm not really too good at this game because I haven't put a lot of time in, and I'm gonna be giving you guys a kind of step-by-step guide that I want to take in this game to kind of reach my potential. And if you guys are maybe trying to do the same thing, hopefully you could find one or two points here that can resonate with you and help you guys reach your goals. So we're gonna start off and accept the obvious, okay? Accept the kind of obvious situation that most people don't like to talk about is that you're going to start off and you're going to be pretty bad at the game, okay? So that's step one, is identifying your current status on the game. Now, I overall would say I'm pretty good at games as a gamer, someone that's been playing games for so long, for 2 decades. Basically, most of my life I've been playing games, and I feel like I get games quite quickly, okay? So the first thing I would like to do is, over the last decade, kind of talk about the system that I've built to help me get to the highest level on Call of Duty, and what I'm trying to do and transfer over those skills to Marvel Rivals. So first things first, how can we go from bad to good? Let's go through a few things, okay? So these are things that I think help anyone. We're gonna go through them, okay? One is warming up. Oh, let me make it a little bit smaller. So we're gonna go through a few. I'm gonna talk about 3 things there, okay? I believe these 3 things are the most important things to do, but I'm actually tweaking, I'm getting it off the screen. But yeah, we're gonna go for number 1. It's gonna be warming up. So what is warming up? Why is it so crucial? How can we split our time? All that good stuff. Let's get through it. Okay. So let's just say we have an hour. Let's use a nice number. Let's say we have 2 hours a day. So let's say we play for 2 hours a day. Some people might be different. Some people may be more. Let's use 2 hours as a nice little basis. Okay. For those 2 hours, what we want to do is, most people do this. They jump right into rank play for those 2 hours. Okay. They just play rank play for those 2 hours. They play, competitive, whatever you want to call it. They play those rank play for those 2 hours. Now, the problem is this. I want you to imagine it's like a sport. I want you to imagine it's basketball or football or something like that, right? Now, obviously, when you think about those, you warm up because of more of a physical kind of reason. You don't want to get an injury. You want to make sure you're ready. But let's just talk about generally the flow state, right? You want to be in flow state. You want to be warmed up so that when you're playing, you are playing at your best potential. So during this 2 hours, what we are trying to do is, for those 2 hours, we are trying to play at our best for the maximum amount of time. Okay? So we are trying to play at our best for the maximum amount of time. Now, what most people do is they warm up, they use the first few games as a warm up, right? So during that 2 hours, you're using the first 20 minutes as a warm up, and then you're starting to get warmed up. So it probably takes you about 45 minutes to fully feel warmed up, okay? So by now, after the first 45 minutes, sure, you're probably a bit warm. So basically, you're spending 45 minutes warming up, and then you're spending an hour 15 playing at your best, okay? Now, if you actually look at that, you're now technically improving during that hour 15, because when you're playing in those 45 minutes, what you're going to do is you're going to lose a fight and say, oh, I'm just warming up. So you're going to give yourself a reason, and that's fair enough. But what you're not doing is you're not actually improving during that time. You're actually going through, giving yourself a reason why you lost the gunfight or why you died or whatever it may be. Whether it's valid or not isn't really my point, but you're going through and you're giving yourself an excuse. Okay, you're giving yourself a reason. So you're only improving for 1 hour 15. What I would recommend is spending the first, I would personally say, 15 to 20 minutes, okay, warming up. Going to the training area. I'm not sure if you guys saw it. I don't have the game open right now, but there's like a training facility where you can check out all the heroes and all their abilities and stuff like that, and you can warm up there. I think it's so crucial to warm up there, okay? Now, this is something I haven't been doing when I've been playing Marvel Rivals because of my limited time playing. I've just kind of been going on the game to understand it, but I accept that. I understand that right now I'm trying to learn the game and just get used to the game as a whole. I'm not optimizing, improving right now. When I feel like I'm able to put a bit more time in it, then I'll be warming up. So depends on what you're trying to do. So if I have an hour to play, for example, and I'm not trying to optimize my SR, I'm not trying to actually level up fully and optimize that, I'm just trying to learn the game or maybe get content, then I'll play, right? But if I'm trying to improve, if I'm like, right, today I want to improve, then I will definitely warm up, because the hour I play, I want to make sure I'm giving it my best version of myself. So when I do die, when I do make a mistake, I can understand that that's me playing at my best and where I can improve. It's very important, okay? So when you warm up, let's say you warm up for 10 minutes. This is so crucial. In those 10 minutes, the amount of bots you'll be able to shoot. So you know those bots or those training areas, those kind of dummies, the amount of bots you'll be able to shoot in 10 minutes will be more than you will probably do in the 45 minutes. So it's simply about a number of reps at this point. It's simply about repetition, okay? Let's use basketball as an example. Imagine you're trying to hit like a free throw, right? And you do 100 before you play basketball, okay? You do 100 before you play basketball, before you start playing. So you've had 100 attempts of hitting the ball, okay? You've had 100 attempts. Or you play three matches, okay? The 3 matches may take, I don't know basketball in terms of how long a match is, but let's just say this isn't professional, whatever. Let's just say you play 3 matches for 10 minutes. I don't know. That's obviously dramatic. Let's say 3 rounds, whatever you want to say, right? Three quarters, whatever, for 10 minutes each, okay? So let's say you spend 30 minutes in a match. You are probably going to get a lot less shots than those 100, okay? So in terms of practice, you are not practicing efficiently. You're not using your time efficiently to get better, okay? The reason I use basketball is because I'm a big fan of Kobe Bryant, an absolute legend. I never really used to watch basketball, but I used to listen to his motivational speeches and his mindset. I was absolutely addicted to when growing my other YouTube and my business and just getting better at gaming. I was addicted to his mindset, and I really learned a lot from it. So one thing I learned from him is, you know, this is such a crucial point, okay? If you go at the same rate as everyone else, they will improve at the same level, okay? So if you're here, right, let's say you're level 1 and they're level 5, but you are going and improving at the same rate, when you get to the next level, they will also get to the next level. So you have to do more than them. You have to do more than them so that when you're at level 1 and you do more output than them, when they get to level 6, you're at level 3. You have to be improving at a faster rate than your opponents, okay? And that is where warming up is crucial. So warming up is number 1. I genuinely believe it's one of the most crucial things in the game in terms of how you get yourself ready, okay? So we'll probably split this series into 3 different videos. So we're going to focus on warming up for now. In the next video, I'm going to go through VOD reviews and the importance of those. But let's carry on about warming up and talking about how we can warm up and what we can do and stuff like that. If you could just warm up your shot and again your abilities and really just understand them, understand the level of them, understand the accuracy, and just really just go through and say, right, I'm going to warm up today. And another thing I like to personally do is warm up specific things. So one thing you could do is say, right, I'm going to spend 10 minutes today. Again, let's just say you're only warming up for 10 minutes. So this is so easy. Everyone could do this. We're not making it hours and hours and hours. We're literally making it 10 minutes, okay? And we say, right, today's Monday. What we're going to do is this. Let's get another color out. We're going to say Monday, okay? Monday, we're going to warm up our shot, okay? So Monday, we're going to warm up our shot and try to improve our accuracy. So we're going to warm up everything to do with our shot and our accuracy. Let's say you're a Psylocke main. You're just going to constantly shoot your right stick, left stick. You're just going to keep on working on that, keep on working on that, keep on working on that. Cool. Then Tuesday, when you warm up, you do a standard warm up. So you're always going to have like a standard warm up where you kind of work through everything for say 2-3 minutes, like maybe 5 minutes, you work through everything, right? But then I want you to spend 5 or 10 minutes working on your specific weaknesses, okay? Then the next one, let's say you're really bad with your LB, or your left, or whatever it may be for a mouse, right? Your ability. Let's say this one right here. Let's say you're really bad with your dash. The dash we just used. Let's say you really struggle with the dash. What you can then do is practice your dash combo for 10 minutes. Now, in game, this is really crucial. When you play in game, you are gonna play how you're comfortable, okay? So let me give you an example. Imagine I'm Psylocke and I'm really bad with my dash, okay? In game, I'm not going to be able to understand and study when to use a dash effectively because I'm trying to win the game. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to go into an uncomfortable situation, right? Because when you're winning, you're trying to play at your optimal level. So you can improve while playing, but you can't learn without practicing, in my opinion. I feel like the biggest practice is out of the game because you're trying to learn the move. Again, let's go to like a football example, right? Imagine you're trying to learn a skill move, right? So basketball, I'm not sure what the correlation is, but for football, like soccer, football, let's say you're trying to learn a skill move, like a Rabona or like a step over, something like that, right? You're more than likely to learn that in the training ground. You apply what you learn in game. You apply what you learn in matches, okay? So right now, for example, let's say I'm really bad with my ultimate. Okay, like you're seeing the ultimate right now. If I was really bad with my ultimate, I'm only going to get about 3 or 4 a game maximum. Say 2 or 3 a game, right? I only have 2 or 3 chances to practice that. Imagine if on Wednesday, I spent 20 minutes working on my ult, understanding the ult, understanding how to use it, when to use it, and doing that. I will get more repetition of that ultimate on Wednesday alone and that 20-minute session than I would all week from playing with Yo. Do you see the importance of warming up? And it's not just warming up, but it's warming up in your weaknesses. It's strengthening your weaknesses in the training ground. It's not just warming up for the sake of getting your shot ready, but it's shooting bots and understanding and working on your centering and working on everything, working on your crosshair placement, working on your movement as a character. You're just working on your strengths, then into your weaknesses. Then Thursday, it could be combinations, could be combos. I might not know how to use different combos. So for example, for Psylocke, I know there's a combo where you can do like your left click, dash, and then teleport out, right? That might be really tricky because it might be like 6 different combos of buttons. It could be 6 different buttons. In game, I'm not going to be able to practice that because I don't know it. I'm not used to it. But if I practice that in the training ground, when I play a game, I can execute. So what you want to do is you want to practice in the training ground. Okay, you want to practice in the training ground, execute in the match. So you're going to practice in the training ground, execute in the match. If you can follow that process, if you can constantly execute in the match from what you practiced, you can then go through and work on your weaknesses. If you say, you know what, I am really struggling with my positioning, just keep a distance. On Saturday when you play, just make sure that when you shoot from a distance. So you're working on your positioning now. You make sure you constantly shoulder left to right, you work on your positioning. Just give yourself a basis to work through different things, okay? I really think it's crucial. And this is just with 10 minutes. If you want to get ahead, imagine this. Imagine this 10 minutes, you can learn all this. Imagine if you doubled this. Imagine if you double this to 20 minutes. Or you triple it to 30. Every increment you go up in is going to give you a higher bit of leverage. That's why if you give a pro player right now, if they go into a gold lobby, with any character, they will absolutely take over, right? Because their skill set is so much higher than the rest. So if you're struggling to rank up, if you're really struggling to rank up and you're just not improving and you're like, I'm getting stuck, I can't level up, you're focusing on the wrong thing. You're focusing on winning the games, but you're not focusing on improving as a player, okay? And we'll take this home with this. Right now, this score's 93 to 79, right? Imagine if we win this game right now. And at the end of the game, I died. And we're about to win the game, okay? Now imagine that scenario 1, cool, done. I'll be like, right, I played well, cool, I contributed, there you go. But imagine scenario 2, the exact same scenario, but when we're on 99%, the enemy uses an ult and kills us and then wins the game. Only one thing changed. I didn't change my performance. So if I can't then say I played really well, right? So what you don't want to do is you don't want to judge your performance purely based on wins or losses. It's obviously important to understand if you win or lose, why you win, why you lose, kind of give yourself an understanding. But if you just play to win and don't play to understand your weaknesses and improve, you are going to be constantly stuck in the SR cycle. You're going to be stuck in the loop. You're going to be stuck in the loop where you are playing and you're winning 5 games, you're losing 5 games, you're winning a game, you're losing a game, you're winning 3 games, you're losing 2, then you're up by, at the end of the day, you're up by 20 points because you're putting yourself in the loop. If you can focus on your weaknesses, okay, take a step back, be comfortable with taking a step back to go 2 steps forward, you will massively improve, okay? Let's end the video there, and then I'm going to focus on the next topic in another video. I was going to do it in one video, but I think it'll be good to do it in a separate video just because I feel like I'm going to go through quite a lot of the stuff there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will upload part 2 tomorrow where we're going to be going through the importance of VOD review. So catch you guys there. Peace.